What's good, y'all? Today we're going to be playing Sultai Nest, revolving around, of course, Titan's Nest. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top card of your library into your graveyard, and you exile a card from your graveyard to add 1 colorless mana, and spend this only to cast a spell that is 1 or more colors without X in its mana cost. So we've got a bunch of big hits over here to cast much more quickly using Titan's Nest, with Shark Typhoon, Professor Onyx, Garrick, alrund's Epiphany, Kiora Best the Sea God, Seagate Restoration, also of course doubling as a land. Coma, you can only use for the 3 colorless, but still, turn 5 Coma is pretty powerful in most situations. And 1 Jadzi as well, because I think this card is really cool, and it hasn't really worked out for me yet. So maybe this is the one that'll make Jadzi work. Then in the rest of the deck, we've got a bunch of things to kill creatures, with Deadweight, Eliminate, Heartless Act, Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict. These are all pretty normal stuff for black trying to deal with creatures. We've got a little bit of counter magic in the main with just 1 Negate and 1 Mystical Dispute. And then these 10 spells here allow you to draw cards and throw cards into your graveyard, which fuels the Titan's Nest. Curate here is the only is new from Strixhaven. Look at the top 2, you can put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top, and then you draw a card. Usually just put both into the graveyard, sometimes you see something you really want. Yeah, then in the sideboard we've got Test of Talents, another new card, mostly for Sultai. Mystical Dispute, good for any blue matchup. Disdainful Stroke for any over-the-top matchup, and some more Shadow's Verdicts and Gargaroths for creatures. Witherbloom Command, also good if your opponent has creatures with 1 toughness, or if they play a lot of cheap non-creature, non-land permanents that you want to destroy. And this allows you to self-mill 3 cards and get a land from your graveyard, so also decent for fueling Titan's Nest. And Binding, just in case they have permanents that we don't know how to deal with, we have Binding to destroy them. Yeah, that's the deck. Let's go try it out. I will play first. A lot of lands, but strategic planning can find us something decent, so I think I'll keep it. We know we want blue on turn 2, so we'll start with the island. Okay, another land off the top's not really what I wanted. 2 more. Alright, glad we got through those. Interesting. Probably Thirst for Meaning here. Not sure what our opponent's up to. Okay, some sort of, is it mid-rangey stuff? They will have to discard here. Maybe that's part of their plan. Guess we can't do this after they discard. No, I will gladly just discard 2 lands here. We aren't running that many lands in the deck. Our opponent also discards a land. Not going to give me any more information about their deck. No reason to hold both Shark Typhoons here. I suspect our opponent plays counter spells, so I don't really count on resolving both of them. Let's see. Double black. probably have instant speed ways to remove a 2/2 as well, but at least make them do something here. There's a nest. We do have enough cards in our graveyard to cast our Shark Typhoon. If the nest resolves, that is. Let's go for it. It doesn't have many ways to remove enchantments, so they probably want to counter this if they can. But if they counter the nest, then next turn we can just play Shark Typhoon or Garrick. We're still doing big things either way. Okay. All that means, unless they run main deck Dispute, I can cast Shark Typhoon here. Unless, of course, they dispute the Titan's Nest. Also possible. Okay. Let's see, I think it goes faster if I do it like this. No, you have to do one at a time here. There we go. Cathartic Reunion. They also want things in their graveyard. Discard Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Alright. I can go to the graveyard. Let's see, can we cast both Professor Onyx and Garrick here? No, we only have 4 cards in graveyard. So which would I rather have out? Probably Garrick. Let's go for that first then. And of course make a 6/6 shark. And planning. I don't think Eliminate's particularly good here. So I'll just take another land. Alright, they're done with this match. I guess they don't have any ways to deal with Shark Typhoon, probably. Alright, Deadweight's probably not doing anything, nor Eliminate, or Shadow's Verdict. They might run Dragons, so I'm going to keep some Extinction Events and Heartless Acts. They're playing blue, so Disputes come in. Test is probably also good here. They do have ways to kill Gargaroth with Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, so I'm not too sure about whether I want a Gargaroth or a Disdainful Stroke here. Guess we'll go for the Gargaroth. We didn't see any really big spells either. 2 lands, not really ideal here. I think we can do better. I'll try it. I'll get rid of this Seagate Restoration, I suppose. We should find something to fill the curve. That should keep us alive a little bit. Okay, they discard 2 good instants. Get our tap lands out of the way. Probably not doing anything here unless they give me something to Heartless Act. Will and Rowan, huh?
I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
I guess we should do something, right? We've got enough things to do when we get 6 mana. Well, we can Jadzi to ramp 2 here. Let's just stop them from getting that emblem. That seems like a problem. I don't think they have a counterspell here, so I think I am actually just going to do this to ramp 2. Okay, they do have the negate, that's fine. Okay, another card neutral play. They can make as many of those as they like. It's fine by me. Ah, if you've drawn 3 or more cards, now this hits for 3, alright. Upkeep, stop. Yes, opponent. Would you like to spend a card to kill my 1/1? Sure. Can I get something to draw cards, please? Okay, Mystical Dispute's nothing anyway. But we don't have anything to stop them from getting the Rowan emblem next turn. I imagine they're just holding a counterspell here for Lily. But next turn we want to play Coma anyway, so we go for it. Okay, they want to keep their Rowan. Alright, they don't have anything to do at instant speed there. Hesitant to stop them from using the Rowan this turn, because if I don't have Coma, I don't have anything going for me this game. And Blitz at this point does kill Coma. So I want to hold up this other Serpent for Indestructible. See if they have any way to deal with Coma. They are thinking about it. Yep, they get their emblem, sure. Come on, opponent. Give me something here. Yes. They're out of timeouts. Minus Rowan, do nothing. Sure. I'm not in any hurry to kill them. Let's just make sure Rowan gets dead. And play our land and pass. Hold up our dispute. Possibly Heartless Act if they run any creatures. If this goes to game 3, Heartless Act is probably coming out for binding to deal with Rowan. See if they want to play the 2, pay the 2. Let's counter the copy, as the first one gets exiled anyway. And then we can Heartless Act this 10-10 and attack for a lot. Magma Opus doesn't kill Coma. -3. May I? They might be holding the gate here, but I can just tap that thing until the end of time with Coma. So if that... alright. Yeah. They were just not equipped to deal with Coma or Shark Typhoon resolved. Which, understandable. That's kind of why we run those cards. Here we go. Well, if our opponent's playing creatures, we're in trouble. If they're not, this hand is great. They're playing mono red. Heartless Act helps. Maybe they're playing weird mono red. Do I care to Heartless Act anything on turn 3? I think I can go for strategic planning here. Alright, they have Stomp. Do I want the nest or do I just want to land? I'll find another land. Okay, they're regular mono red, just on a slow hand, probably. Yep. I might just make a shark to chump this annex. Oh, I meant to play that on green. Whoops. Torbran is fine. Yep, chump the annex here. Then we Heartless Act Torbran next turn. Can I get a land? No, so we lose. Top 15 cards. Here's Embercleave. Oh. Oh, they have a Rimrock Knight too. Alright. Yeah, we'll go to next game. If we had the land there, we could have held up the eliminate as well and been okay, but no. Deadweight's alright here. Disputes bad, negates bad, and just cut down a little bit on the top end. Jadzi can go, Kiora can go, and then bring in Gargaroth and Verdict. Do I bother with Witherbloom command here? Let's try Witherbloom command instead of 2 strategic plannings because Witherbloom command can affect the board. We'll rely on Curate to find us more lands, then we should be okay. Both of these go into the graveyard because we need land. There's a land. Am I cycling the Shark Typhoon just to find land? No, I'll do that next turn if necessary. That way at least we get a blocker out of the deal. Alright, Roiling Vortex, they think we're Ultimatum. I'll just go ahead and get Nest down. Double Roiling Vortex, nothing else, sure. I think we just put everything in the graveyard for now, so that way we can play big things. Can I go with Coma here? Coma seems good. Do I want to hold up Heartless Act? Yes. Yeah. Not much mono red can do against Coma, especially at 2 lands. Do I bother with binding the old gods for that? No, Witherbloom command can take out the Roiling Vortex. And I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's a hand. I think we can do better. That's better. Yeah, we'll keep the Fabled Passage because we want to fill our graveyard. Alright, they keep the Roiling Vortex. They might just use that against any control-y game, which can't really blame them. It's a pretty decent clock. I imagine they're going to play a bigger creature here. If they don't, then I'll eliminate the Fireblade Charger. Yeah, that's better. And here, we can Heartless Act if necessary, if not, Thirst for Meaning. That's fine. If they have Embercleave here, we're Heartless Acting whatever they put it on. Free equips are OP. Yep. It's a Shadow's Verdict. Can I survive this turn without Extinction Eventing? Let's see, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go to 4. No, we have to get rid of the Fervent Champion here. Another Fervent Champion for the free equip, so we take the same amount of damage. Unless they have something else to cast here, which just kills us. Like a Rimrock Knight here is lethal, I believe. No Rimrock Knight. Need a land off the top, and nope. Paying 3 for a land is not going to work here. Sometimes mono red just does mono red things, and there's nothing you can do about it. Our ramp, of course, isn't quite as consistent as the Sultai Ultimatum decks, so they might have a slightly better matchup against mono red than we do. That should be fine. Our opponent also on the turn 1 swap. Probably Foretell rather than Hold Up Eliminate here. Fabled Passage into turn 1 swap doesn't scream I need to eliminate something on turn 2. Yeah, eliminating one of those would feel kinda bad. Mystical Dispute here is probably bad. I might discard it to Thirst. Well, I can't really resist that. Now it's a 2 for 1. Oh, and that's their whole turn. That's nice. Guess I just get the nest down here. And next turn we can Garrick and take an extra turn or some nonsense like that. That's fine in the graveyard. Double nest isn't really what we want. Let's get Garrick down, I think. Or do we just take the turn? Oh, let's go with Garrick. Making 2/2s might be playing into their plans, but takes their attention away from our life total. Lorehold Command, sure. Graveyard, I guess. We might draw a land anyway. Nope, okay. Make some tokens. Let's play our other nest here. Fill our graveyard a bit faster. Lorehold Command and Defiant Strike. I'm not sure what they're up to here. They spend another turn burning out Garrick, so that's fine. Just throw everything in the graveyard. We'll find more hits. Let's just do this now. We have a decent advantage on board. So we can get a fair amount of damage in, and of course at our next turn we can throw 2 more cards into the graveyard. Graveyard. That one I'll take. I doubt this opponent has a way to deal with a Shark Typhoon either. Or to kill us from 17 in 1 turn. I think we almost certainly have lethal next turn. Transmogrify into Lorehold, I'm sure. Yeah. We're still at 17 though. I don't think... Oh, and they whiff with Lorehold too. Alright. GG. I don't think there's any way our opponent gets out of this one. Guess we'll go ahead and kill Lorehold first. Just in case they plan on blocking with lifelink or something. Oh, I should have just negated that. Oh well. I don't think it matters. No, it's still lethal. Does not matter. Very nice. Okay. They play a lot of instants and sorceries, so Test of Talents is decent. Disdainful Stroke, also pretty good. Don't really want to eliminate or deadweights against their tokens. Gargaroth is pretty good against Lorehold. None of the others are great. Is there anything I want to cut here to put Gargaroth in? Do I really want Shadow's Verdict? Because their tokens don't do that much on their own if they're just going for Lorehold. I think Extinction Event is fine. It's just more efficient Shadow's Verdict here. 3 Heartless Acts is fine. Oh, Dispute can come out. 1 Gargaroth in. And yeah, I think that'll do. That's not gonna do it. That should be fine. What do I get rid of? Guess we can get rid of the passage. Alright, let's go ahead and strategically plan here. Guess we'll take the non-land since we have 3 lands in hand. If they play a bunch of tokens here, Extinction Event is good. Interesting. Probably thirsting for meaning here. Or they could play something huge and I Heartless Act it. Nope. That's a lot of land. Let's ditch the tapped ones, I suppose. Yep. Strategic planning again. Just start looking for our hits. Guess we're closer to Shark Typhoon than we are to Kiora, so we'll take that. Hold up Heartless Act in case they manage to get Lorehold out here somehow. If they allow me to get a 2-for-1, I will Heartless Act a token. Yep. They can't resist. Nor can I. I can't resist stopping them from drawing a card. It's just too much fun for me. Do I want to... I guess I can foretell here. I don't need my shark to survive blocking this token. It's fine if it trades, if I do end up making a shark. That's a lot of tokens. That means I probably want to play Extinction Event. If they do just straight up cast Lorehold here, we're kind of in trouble. So we don't have any way to deal with 6 tokens and Lorehold next turn. Alright, they've got a Transmogrify. Which means I'm probably chumping Lorehold here. Okay, they make more tokens. Although Alrund's Epiphany into Extinction Event Odd doesn't seem too bad here. Because then we have 2 birds which can block the tokens and they don't have Lorehold. And we get to draw an extra card and all that. Get another chance at a Heartless Act for the Lorehold. Okay, no Heartless Act. If we bolt in the Restoration, we can Thirst this turn. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just play it tapped here and hope neither of the 2 cards left in their hand are also Transmogrify. Doesn't look like it. Easy trades. If they use some sort of combat trick here, that's fine. Don't know what they could be considering here. Sure. Alright, they sacrifice their attacking token rather than sacrificing an omen. That's curious. probably shark ambushing here. The only question is, am I making one shark or two? Let's see if I can find a counter spell for that. Nope. Let them find their lore hold spell. Or I could test this lore hold command. That might be better. They decline. No, they just restart. Might be the server being weird. Yeah, I think countering that's better. Now at least we get a look at their deck. They kept the sweepers in for game 2. That's strange. They only run 2 commands. What else is going on here? Transmogrify, sweepers, rights. They do have Luca. Alright, sure. Pasta blocks, kill one of these, jump lore hold. Well, I can make a 5/5 here. It's probably my best bet. I don't think they have that many good instants left to find. Yeah. Just need to find our other extinction event here, or we lose. Let's see which is better at finding it. Let's see, we can do one of each here to try and find it. Gargaroth, they just get with extinction event. We don't need land, and I guess we do need some way to win afterwards, but they'll still hold the extinction event. So we'll drop those. Strategic planning. Will this find it? No. So we go to game 3. Alright. Cutting the Shadows verdicts was a mistake. Bring back 2 of those. And let's see. Cut Jadzi. Garrick's fine, he can kill a lore hold. 3 Heartless Acts is good. Witherbloom command. I guess we'll put those in for 2 strategic plannings because it can kill tokens and drop off a test of talents. So it's only really good if it hits their transmogrify, and they do have other ways to get lore hold with Luca. Play, sure. These 3 should effectively shut down their whole deck. We just need to find something that makes us win. We have have Disdainful Stroke for the Transmogrify, and they don't have any other way to make tokens in their hand, so taking these out of their deck should be a significant amount of their gas. Bad deal, huh? Alright, so now it's just Omen of the Sea we have to watch out for. And there's a Titan's Nest, that helps. That was a very effective test of talents. Let's see. Use the passage to fill our graveyard more. Then we'll go ahead and cast Titan's Nest. I guess I should have looked more closely when I was going through their deck to see if they had anything that can remove a Titan's Nest. But, yeah, we'll keep a Shark Typhoon, definitely. Can we cast the Shark Typhoon while holding up Disdainful Stroke? No. But there's also no way they can cast a Lore Hold next turn. So let's just get it down now, that way we don't have to draw a land or anything to hold up Disdainful Stroke next turn. They do have Shadow's Verdict to deal with our sharks, but that only goes so far. And now we're just waiting for them to play something we can counter or to draw one of our big hits like Epiphany or a Planeswalker. I can go to the graveyard. We don't have any way to remove Luca, so we'll counter it. And thin our deck because we don't want to draw more lands. We'll take that. I think we'll take a Thirst for Meaning here. Witherbloom Command doesn't do a whole lot once we've gotten rid of all their tokens. Sure. And Thirst. Drop off a Shadow's Verdict and the land, I think. And we can also curate here. I think we've got this one in the bag. We'll keep the other Thirst as well. Let's keep the gas coming. More spells to trigger a Shark Typhoon. Don't need a Shadow's Verdict here. Probably hold this Triome either to discard to their bad deal or to cycle. I guess I should have used strategic planning there. No cards for you. Yeah, that was definitely loose. I know. I can't help it. Now we actually don't have anything to stop a Lore Hold if they do top deck one, or the land to cast one. Yeah, that'll give me a Coma. That's fine. Or a Gargaroth. That works too. They probably thought we don't have any creatures. Yeah, that's game. Yeah, just two creatures in this deck, but they're whoppers. even if you don't get the Titan's Nest, there's enough card filtering that you can just get up to 6 mana and start casting Planeswalkers and Shark Typhoons. So it's been pretty good. Never actually got to use the Witherbloom command, which is one of the new cards I'm trying out here. But it's definitely playable. It's not quite as good as Ultimatum, but it is less expected, which if you're on the ladder is a pretty good place to be. Yeah, we have a pretty good number of filtering cards. I don't think you can really go to any more by cutting your big hits or removal. You need all of that really to survive. The choice of counter spells, I think, worked fine. The mana base was alright. We just got screwed that one game against Mono Red. Didn't draw a 4th land in the top 15 cards or whatever. Yeah, this deck is pretty solid as is, very fun. Definitely recommend it. And thanks for watching.